quick start for the Chanticleers.
Coastal Carolina in their black as NC State wins the tip. In a toss too far out, so not the type of start that Westmore is hoping to see from his team. Just a little bit too much sauce on that one.
I looked right at Westmore when that happened. He did not love it. He was preaching focus and energy in shoot around today, and that wasn't very focused to start the game.
Finished with only 9 turnovers against TCU, a team that takes care of the ball pretty well, trying to find a way to do that and bounce back, as we mentioned. TCU cutting into their 24-game home win streak. Can they get on the board first? And they do. As Caden Samuels, the transfer out of UConn, puts them on the board. The first switch up we've seen for the NC State starters, as Tilda Trieger is not taking the floor with NC State. No, that's not Nicole Kidman. That is Trieger, who is with the Shades because she got poked in the eye at practice just yesterday, and it did look pretty tough for her. She said she has to wear the glasses because of her eyes being dilated in the left eye. So Maddie Cox will get her second career start here with the Wolfpack.
No one makes an eye injury look cooler than Tilda Trieger.
And no one makes an and one look better than Camille Pierre. You mentioned how important she had to be today, and she's showing it to start.
Such a good rebounder. Great feel for the ball, of reading how it's going to come off the rim. And Camille Pierre, great positioning inside, grabs that rebound. One thing I love about Pierre, and keep an eye on this tonight, she goes right back up with that ball. She does not waste time. She grabs that offensive rebound, goes right back up and gets the and one.
Preseason all ACC team that she's made also eclipsed the 1,000 career point. They were honoring her pregame. And Westmore just mentioning she is a huge player for them, a huge get for them as well, and that she would make an immediate impact. Off the deck, the take, and the block by none other than Pierre. It will go back to Coastal Carolina, though. They'll have 20 on the shot clock.
Great defense by Camille Pierre. Hands straight up, took the contact, got her hands on the ball, just couldn't save it as it was going out of bounds.
So they'll actually reset it to 1. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the shot clock. Westmore also pointing at the shot clock. Both coaches a little confused on if the officials are going to change anything. Mark Berger, Crystal Apalanes, and Nick Capel. So they will put 10 on the shot clock, inbound the ball. Jimenez at the rim, off the glass, and puts them on the board.
Jimenez using her size inside. She's another Wisconsin transfer along with Tessa Grady, and went to work on Zoe Brooks.
Coming in at 2-3 on the season. A tough loss for the Chanticleers against another ACC foe in Virginia Tech. Dropping that game 82-59, but something that Coach Pedersen did mention to us is while we did lose the game, we got better in that game, holding Virginia Tech to just 4 points in the third quarter.
What he wanted to see from Coastal tonight was for them to start fast. They started very slowly at Virginia Tech. The Hokies hit some threes, and it felt like Coastal got out of it early. They did fight back in that second half, but he was really emphasizing with his team and shoot around how they have to get off to a quick start and not be affected by the environment here in Reynolds.
A team that averages about 72 points per game, as you mentioned. Known for pushing up the floor. I think we got everything situated for the shot clock, and we will resume. 2-point advantage for the Wolfpack. The deep dive at the rim, and that was knocked out of bounds.
Pierre's got to be careful there. They could have called her for an over-the-back foul, and that's something that she's got to be careful early in a game picking up those fouls, especially with Tilda Trieger out.
One thing that was questioned for NC State, who's lost a lot of production from a season ago, including Isaiah James and Sanaya Rivers, who were lost to the WNBA draft as the 3-ball goes up for Tessa Grady. Someone you wanted to highlight in the open.
She can shoot the 3, and that's what Coastal Carolina wants wants to do. They want to shoot the three ball. They want to speed things up. Coastal chaos. They want to press when they get the opportunity. And Tessa Grady, 6'2" player, transfer from Wisconsin, has already taken almost 50 threes on the year. She can light it up.
Well, Kelly, how about 3 turnovers already in about 3 minutes of play for the Wolfpack as Jimenez rolls that one in. The aggression we're seeing from Coastal Carolina, really where it needs to be to start. Sam Jones sends it over around the perimeter. Zoe Brooks trying to find some ways to keep this team cohesive.
And Coastal starting in a little zone right here. They worked on this and shoot around. They want to throw some zone looks at NC State. A team that has not shot the ball well from 3 this season. But how about Maddie Cox? She knocks it down.
Maddie Cox knocking down the triple, known to stretching the floor. No, she is not the 6'6" player until the Trigger. Trigger also known for how she extends the floor, but great start for Cox.
This is what NC State needs from Maddie Cox in her first start of the season today. A good job by Zoe Brooks, attacking the paint, drawing the defense, finding her shooter.
Only played 9 minutes in the game against TCU, getting the start, as you mentioned, the first one of the season, second in her career. Off the mark for the 3 outside by Peyton Samuels. Coastal Carolina team that puts up or makes 9 threes a game. The take short, and Sam Jones able to corral it in. Up the floor, Zoe Brooks, just not in the right spot for her to put it back off the glass. So a 4th turnover for the Wolfpack. Coastal chaos maybe, or more just settling into what they need to do for NC State?
I think it's more NC State. You've got to know your personnel. That would have been a tough finish for Zoe Brooks anyway, even if she had caught the ball. NC State just feels like they're forcing things a little bit early.
4 turnovers for the Wolfpack, 2 for Coastal Carolina. And one thing that we have grown privy to hearing about the Chanticleers is the Coastal chaos. Turnovers forced per game, 20 is something that you feel them on the floor.
And Kevin Pedersen, the head coach there at Coastal, he has talked with Kim Caldwell and Carl Smesko and these other coaches, Carly Tebow, who love to speed teams up and play at that pace. And that's something that he really believes in here at Coastal. He doesn't really want to play 10 to 12 players like Kim Caldwell does at Tennessee. He doesn't believe in the hockey substitutions, but they want to get up and down.
Have to have a very deep bench in order to do that. I think you take in piece what you can from your squad, where he has 10 newcomers on this roster. 7 on the shot clock. Paige Bradley is trying to see if she can work something out and can't. Still have to put it off the glass, and it will be a shot clock violation for Coastal Carolina.
Great effort from Zam Jones as Tracy Houston grabs that rebound, but the second she brings the ball down, Zam Jones is there to make a play. Coastal sticking in that zone, Angel.
Samuels almost made them pay. That's the biggest thing. How can they rebound? On the other side, though, Kristen Williams gets the steal, pushing in transition. Great job for Wolfpack getting back. Love watching the tape on Kristen Williams. So aggressive getting to the rim, can stretch the floor as well, but misses the mark there. Zoe Brooks working left, dishes on the inside and finding Pierre for the tap-in.
Really good pass from Zoe Brooks. Draws the defense just for a second to dish to Pierre. And again, my theme with Camille Pierre, she moves so quickly. Didn't bring that ball down, went right up with it.
Had 2 assists in the last game, but right now what you're seeing for NC State is them finding a rhythm, trying to see if Zoe Brooks can be that playmaker. Outside 3, Samuels off the mark. NC State 1 for 3 to start, 1 for 4 rather, to start the ball game from outside. Another 3 from the corner, just grazed the rim for Tessa Grady. Let me see who's going to control the type of pace and how this is going to be played. And what a start for Maddie Cox. 5 points already for her.
This is exactly what Coach McGraw was talking about in shoot-around. This is an opportunity for Maddie Cox to show herself, to earn more minutes, and she's taking full advantage.
Westmore also talking about that one of his early losses, saying I need to use my bench more, and seeing now what he can get the production from Maddie Cox, as she's leading all scorers with 5. Under the 4-minute mark, 4-point lead for the Wolfpack. And off the foot of Kristen Williams, so that will be a turnover, the 4th for the Chanticleers. And NC State finding...
Have that reputation, they're great players. Are we a Chihuahua, Doberman, Pitbull? Today, Coach Westmore even said perhaps his team is an old Chihuahua, so not even a young Chihuahua.
Very interesting.
And he wants to see a little more Pitbull in this team, Angel.
That's what I love most about what we're seeing also from Zoe Brooks. 3 assists to start, as she is now on the glass. Her first point since the first quarter of the TCU ball game, but she said, I have to pick and choose when I can be aggressive, and also I need to be a little mean as a junior and vet for this squad.
Absolutely. She's so used to playing with Isaiah James, Sanaya Rivers, Madison Hayes, and she was very complimentary for those players. Had some breakout games of her own last year. That Notre Dame game here, she was phenomenal. But she's learning what it takes to be that #1 option on the scouting report.
Pierre gets a touch, kicks it across the court, and that's off the mark for Brooks. Coastal Carolina searching and desperate for a bucket here. They're 0 for their last 7. Make it 8. So that means 5 minutes for the Chanticleers without a bucket. Maddie Cox, top of the key. Why not? Maddie Cox having herself a night for her 2nd career start.
Probably 3 of the best players in school history. Isaiah and Sanaya, of course, with their numbers and where they were picked in the WNBA draft. And so you lose not just that production, but those personalities. And that's what NC State's trying to figure out, how to gel with this team. Who's going to be the leaders? Who's going to step up and kind of be mean when they need to be? And saw a little bit of that there from Zam Jones on defense as well.
Isaiah James, as well as Sanaya Rivers, being able to get drafted 8th and 12th respectively for the WNBA draft. Isaiah James putting up some impressive numbers while she's with Dallas. And Sanaya Rivers, of course, if you followed her career, yes, numbers are big, but also her swag coming out of the tunnel has been top tier. 6 on the shot clock for Coastal Carolina. Zam Jones pressuring at the top of the key. The heave at the top, just short. They said it grazed the rim, so they get another look at it with a reset clock at 20. Kinsey Grimes on the right, no avail. Another offensive rebound for Coastal Carolina, and that is something that they can do very well. You mentioned how good NC State is on the glass, but they, as in Coastal Carolina, out-rebounded Virginia Tech a game ago.
2 straight offensive rebounds for Coastal, and that's really important to their system. They play a 5-out system, so when you're slashing to the rim, you want to have some people available to rebound and then kick the ball out for another offensive opportunity. So a good showing so far from Coastal on the boards.
Camille Pierre picked up her first foul as an outside 3 is too strong. Here comes Zam Jones. Now, another thing that you pointed out for Zam Jones is that she did not score in the ball game against TCU, but how important was she on the glass?
And Zam's been getting after it defensively so far in this game as she just picks up that steal. And Angel, I'm afraid Zam Jones read my mind, because I was about to say she's got to take that aggression she's playing with on defense and turn it into offense, and that's exactly what she just did.
I don't know, that doesn't look like an old Chihuahua to me.
No, not at all. A young Chihuahua, if anything, but maybe a pit bull so far.
A minute on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Coastal Carolina, the dish at the rim, and a foul in the paint. So for Coastal Carolina, as we let you know who's coming up next, we'll send you to the KFC Yum Center for the 2nd game of our doubleheader. Laura Siegler and number 21 Louisville hosts Morehead State. You can always watch it on the all-new ESPN app. Less than a minute on the game clock here in the first quarter. 20 on the shot clock for Coastal Carolina. Have not made a field goal in the last close to 7 minutes of play. Defense has stepped up for NC State. Offense looking good. Looks held up sideline. Cox again, and that misses everything. It will go to Coastal Carolina with 28.6 left on the game clock, enough for the last shot of the quarter.
And even on that miss, it feels like NC State's ball movement is better. That was the other thing Westmore was emphasizing in shoot-around, is we have to move the ball and share the ball. And NC State's done a much better job of that in this first quarter.
They had 11 assists against TCU. They already have 5 in this quarter. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Jimenez at the rim got fouled. They will say it's on the floor, so 9.2 left on the game clock. Zoe Brooks puts up her first foul. And it looks like there's a little bit of a grimace right now for Deannis Jimenez. Transfer out of Wisconsin. Coming over also with Tessa Grady. How many times do you see in the portal 2 players from one school go to the same school? And right now she will be tended to. And looks like she is in a lot of pain going to the end of the bench.
She's a big part of what they do. Hopefully she can return.
Travel call, one too many steps for Paige Bradley. That coughs it up. 6 turnover for the Chanticleers and 8.2 left, going the distance for NC State. She Lunin, the freshman, coming in. Inbounds it to Zoe Brooks. Zoe tries to get it to the corner. Lunin, pull up, and does she get off in time? They say it is no good. That will do it for the first quarter with Wolfpack up.
Bigger role this year, getting the start with Tilda Trieger out with an eye injury. And some fans may remember her sister, Lauren Cox, a big part of a Baylor national championship team a couple of years ago. So basketball runs in the family.
Absolutely. The 6'2" junior forward, Flower Mound, Texas, is where she reigns from, making a name for herself in tonight's start. Coastal Carolina looking to find some offense in this second quarter. They went 7 minutes without a field goal. Foul looks like it's going to go against Mallory Collier for her first. She's making the signal for the foul, but it will bring in a substitution as she's picked up her second.
And with Tilda Trieger out, the depth inside for NC State is diminished. So now you bring in a Wu, you've got some foul trouble. Pierre also has 1 foul as well.
NC State has done a great job forcing some late shot clock shots for the Chanticleers. Here is another one and a travel call. So they're really finding ways to clog up the paint, causing another turnover.
Coastal runs a 5-out system. They want to slash, they want to get into the paint and then kick the ball out for threes, but they're struggling to get 2 feet past these NC State defenders.
Right away, the look on the inside, and who else than Pierre to get another board. Wu up short, the tip by Pierre, but couldn't knock it to a friendly opponent. A lot of contact at the top of the key, and so yes, that will go against Pierre, which will be her second. So a couple of fouls starting to add up for the Wolfpack.
Let's take another look at this, and really good job by Houston to sell that. Pierre was trying to get over the screen, but did make strong contact there with Houston, and now Pierre with 2 fouls. Looks like Westmore is going to bring Maddie Cox to the scorer's table.
Yep, she checks back in after Coastal Carolina will give it back. So Tracy Houston picks up the foul there. Another player that spent some time in the ACC, a couple of seasons at Pitt from 20 to 2022. And so we have a couple of substitutions on both sides as we see the full court pressure we're seeing from Coastal Carolina. Kaishi Lunan bringing up the ball. Scored 5 points in 5 minutes in her collegiate debut against Tennessee. She is fearless. Cox checks in and knocks down another one from the corner.
Welcome to the Maddie Cox game, folks. She is lighting it up from beyond the arc. A great job by Kaishi Lunan to draw the defense, and then an extra pass from Zam Jones to Maddie Cox.
Might I remind you that she is averaging 2 points on the season, but when her number was called, she is shooting it lights out.
Lunan draws the defense. Zam Jones, a perfect extra pass, and you see Zam Jones already celebrating for her teammate. That's what you love to see. Westmore says this team needs to move the ball. Well, they heard their coach loud and clear.
Hands in the right place for Devin Quigley. Seeing if she can get one at the rim. Gets fouled instead, so 2 free throws coming up for Devin. What a difference we're seeing from a team where a coach said earlier, yes, we are going to be without Trieger. Who steps up?
And NC State have also been impressed with how they've looked defensively. They've been locked in defensively and been able to turn some of those steals into points. They have 9 points off of turnovers. We know the Wolfpack, they love to run in transition. That's how they can get going. You can get open threes in transition, get easy layups, and that has been an improvement for NC State in this game.
Kinsey Grimes charged with a foul there as Quigley off on both of the free throws. You can sense that Coastal Carolina is trying to find the holes in the defense, and they cannot find them right now. They are just very close and tight-knit for NC State. 10 turnovers so far for Coastal Carolina. Cross-court pass, Quigley, 3-ball, and it's good! That's a player you want to make sure you keep your eye on.
Quigley needs to give them that production off the bench. She had a great game against Coastal last year. That's what Westmore wants to see from her, that shooting off the bench. And Zam Jones has been passing the ball so well for NC State tonight. A great cross-court pass from Zam to Devin Quigley. And Zam Jones was celebrating again, even before that ball went in.
She has 4 of the 7 Wolfpack assists, and you mentioned Quigley with a big night against the Chanticleers last season. Well, 20 points for her, 4 for 7 from 3. Can she do it again? And Zam Jones finds a look on the inside and just off the mark for the turnover. Too much contact at the top of the key for Kaishi Lunan, so that will be a foul there. That'll be her first.
Lunan was in great position, and what she'll learn, she's only a freshman, a player that NC State's very excited about. In that situation, when you're in position before the Coastal player has the ball, set your feet, take a charge. That's how you can flip the script in that situation and get the ball back for your team.
13 foul going back to Kaishi Lunan, the McDonald's All-American nominee and Arizona Gatorade Player of the Year. Coach Westmore said she will be an asset in the half court. And we're seeing it here. A lot of contact on the rebound. They will say it stays with Coastal Carolina. Zoe Brooks checks back in the game, but let's go back to what's causing the commotion in the arena.
Her second personal 4th on the team. Zoe Brooks returning to the NC State.
Devin Quigley wondering what she did there. I will say this, Angel. These NC State fans in mid-season form already outraged by that call.
So what I saw was the foul going to Kaishi Lunan on that backside box out. Just a little bit too much in displacement on the block.
And that's her second, so that's big. And a player that we were excited about, she was getting in a rhythm to come into the game off the bench. Now she has to go back to the bench, and the foul trouble piles up for NC State.
Now 3 players with 2 fouls here in the first half for NC State. But on the other side, Coastal Carolina has not been able to convert on anything. Still 7 points. They have not scored in this quarter. Zoe Brooks left alone on the wing. They will say it is a 3-second violation, I think. So So that will be another turnover, the 7th for NC State. Coastal Carolina, a team that loves creating the chaos on both sides, finding ways to get to the rim, finding ways to put up shots, and right now they have not had an answer.
And they've not been able to play in transition at all. NC State's done a great job of rebounding the ball, also sending people back so that Coastal cannot run, forcing them to play in the half court, and they can't get anything going in the half court.
Zamareya with the breakup on the interior. Zoe Brooks pulls up, in and out for her. Wu with the rebound off the glass, finishing on both ends of the floor.
What a rebound by Lorena Awu. She is a player that is a physical presence inside for NC State. There are very few teams that have a player with her body type in the ACC or beyond.
Kelly, how about a 22-0 run for the Wolfpack?
I don't care who you do that against, that's impressive. 22-0.
And a foul committed by Coastal Carolina.
Look at Lorena Awu. So athletic with her ability to just go up there and get it, but also her strength. She had, what, 3 Coastal players hanging all over her, and she finishes with the left.
One of the strengths that we said for NC State coming into this one, and as well as your pregame hit with the studio, you said they can rebound the ball. The strength that we're seeing from the bigs in the absence of 6'6" Trieger is impressive in this game. Offensive foul, and it will go against Lorena Awu. That'll be her first.
Awu's first, 5th team foul.
Westmore believes in rebounding. He subscribes to the legendary Pat Summitt's quote of offense sells tickets, defense wins games, but rebounding wins championships. And NC State has always been a great rebounding team under Westmore. That is not changing this year.
And the numbers say it. Wolfpack right now 2nd in the ACC in defensive rebounds. Turning it in the game for NC State. The look on the inside, hovering about 4 black jerseys all around Awu. The baseline jumper off the mark. So here comes Coastal Carolina, desperate for a bucket. Looking for their first one in the 2nd quarter as we're at the halfway point. So those are the little things too, Kelly, as we do believe it's going to go to Coastal Carolina, the effort that we're seeing from the bigs for NC State.
Love that effort from NC State's bigs. What a start. It's a whole different ball game. You can get into a rhythm quicker. And the second Maddie Cox hit her first shot, there was a confidence about her. And you're seeing that develop in this game. This is huge for NC State, for their depth, to get Maddie Cox to be this confident of a shooter.
You made a really good point at the break as well, as the take no good for Coastal Carolina. Now 14 minutes without a bucket, and they have more turnovers. They're sitting at 13 than points, where they're sitting at 7. But you made this point about Maddie Cox being ready for the moment, not deciding to leave NC State, but really finding this moment to take it for her own.
Yeah, she's a junior. She's been here for multiple years. She's played behind some great players. When you think of Madison Hayes playing the 4 position for NC State and the different bigs that they've had here in Raleigh. And she's waited her turn, and she's put in the work. And now she's getting that reward, getting the start today. She's obviously shown some things in practice to get that start with Tilda Trieger out, and she's making the most of this opportunity. And not only just for today, right? This is the one game where she's playing really well, but going forward, to be able to have that player off the bench and the 3-point shooting that NC State so desperately needs to spread the floor.
That is something that Westmore, the first thing he said coming over was, oh boy, we're not shooting very well on it. That may be keeping him up at night, as finally a point goes down for the Chanticleers here in the 2nd quarter. 7 points in the first. As Tracy Houston, who spent time at Pitt, as well as Charlotte, the 5th-year forward out of Roanoke, Virginia, connects on the 2nd as well.
Now Coastal can set up their press off of a made free throw. That's when they love to get up and try to cause some Coastal chaos.
Zoe Brooks didn't like the look at Samuel, so more movement at the top of the key for the Wolfpack. 16 on the shot clock. corner toss and short on the three. Rebound for Houston. He's been very productive off the bench the last 2 games. Started the first 3. So coach wanting to find different ways to find energy for her off the bench.
That was a great box out by Houston. That's her 8th rebound of the night.
Attempt from outside, no good. The rebound from the wing as Kinsey Grimes knocks it down, the freshman forward out of Texas. The spacing for Wolfpack leads to those type of looks. Doesn't go down for Adelaide Jernigan. Now it's turning into a bit of a 3-point contest, and NC State comes out of the pack. Caden Samuels trying to thread the needle on the inside. The save, and of course the wall in the right space.
Heads up play by the local freshman from Winston-Salem, Adelaide Jernigan, one of the better players in North Carolina coming out of high school. I know NC State's trying to get her some experience and some feel in this game.
Ooh, in the right place at the right time. Now she has 4. Outside 3, too strong. Zoe Brooks sitting at 2 points, 3 assists. Just off on the pull-up. A lot of bodies on the floor underneath. And one too many steps. You can feel them being sped up on the offensive end, as that will come to the 14th turnover and a couple of substitutions for NC State. Well, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, the ACC Huddle crew will be in Atlanta at Georgia Tech to get you ready for another full day of football with a 2-hour pregame show. They'll have game previews along with expert analysis and featured stories right here on the ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. Georgia Tech football, my goodness, they have been outstanding as Zoe Brooks shows that she can do that as well.
This is a game as well where NC State needs to get Zoe Brooks going. Just have her see that ball go through the net. She does so many other things well, and she's had some great games to start the year, struggled a bit against TCU, so that's a good sign.
There's 3 games with double-figure rebounds, trying to bring along that offense. Only at 6 against TCU, to your mentioning it, 2 for 13 from the field.
But she was fantastic against Southern Cal. 24 points in that game. And any NC State fan watching who watched that Southern Cal game knows that NC State should have won that game. They missed free throws down the stretch. That was a brutal loss, but a game where NC State looked like the better team.
That'll get the crowd going. Mallory Collier, the junior center out of Millington, Tennessee.
Was really good, the freshman phenom for the Trojans. And then TCU just played exceptionally well in this building. Marta Suarez lit it up, and TCU's a very good team, but NC State looking at their schedule knowing they very well could be 3-1.
Look off the mark at the rim. Coastal Carolina tried to see if they can get it back and can't. NC State thought they had the numbers. Great job for the Chanticleers getting back in transition D. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. It's been all NC State. Have the advantage 14-4 in this quarter alone. Zam connects.
Another player that NC State wants to get going a bit more offensively. She's been so good defensively. She's been passing the rock as well. And now she's knocking down that shot and scoring some points.
Points is what she can do very well. She tied her career high with 18 in the season opener against Tennessee, as there is a bucket that goes in for the other side for Williams. Zoe Brooks at the top of the key, assessing when she wants to attack as they have 15 left in the half. A lot of contact and an offensive foul going against Zoe Brooks, so it will give Coastal Carolina the ball back. Kristen Williams in the right place to draw the foul, and that is the second now on Zoe Brooks.
5 NC State players now with 2 fouls. Of course, with the score just at this moment, maybe not as worrisome, but still something to look at.
Pull up, Williams, too strong, and the rebound goes down to Collier as we bring the first half to a close. It's been all NC NC State up big. Have come together to spray it out to everyone else in the first half. Can they carry it over as Coastal Carolina starts off the second half with the rock, only scoring 6 points in the second quarter, and that's not the look that Coach Pedersen would like to see.
And again, Zam Jones, the energy, the Energizer Bunny for NC State. Coastal with Kristen Williams there extended the arm bar, and Zam Jones took that contact and got the ball back.
I feel like that's the type of reaction I would have seen from you as a player. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if I was getting over screens at the rate that Zam Jones was. Not the speed, perhaps.
16 turnovers for the Chanticleers, 11 on the shot clock for the Wolfpack. The double team on the block, more movement, the corner three goes up for Samuels, in and out.
I can speak to shooting the ball, though, Angel. And in a game like this, yes, the score seems a bit out of reach at this point, but it's still so important for NC State shooters and their confidence. It's a different level to see the ball go through the hoop in a game versus in practice. And Tessa Grady can relate to that as she knocks down the three.
It's definitely off the glass as well. She has 6. Tessa Grady, as we mentioned, 45 three-point attempts, second most in the country coming into this ball game. They're going to need to see a little bit more of that confidence-wise going through the rest of this game.
Yeah, and that goes for Coastal, too. The Chanticleers are 2 for 17 from beyond the arc. This is a team that needs to continue to improve their three-point shooting as well, and that confidence, too.
Wolfpack have done a great job containing Coastal Carolina, a team that lights it up from the outside, but falling asleep on the inside as Houston kisses it off the glass.
Great catch from Tracy Houston. That pass was a bit high, but she was able to corral it and finish.
How glad is Coach Pedersen that she was able to come in after sitting out last season, graduated in the spring of 2024. Corner three, that was good for Samuels.
And that's what I mean. Kaden Samuels knocks that three ball down. She looks up at the sky saying thank you because she finally got one to go. That's going to be huge for her confidence going forward.
She's saying thank you because she's now 1 for 5 now from outside, but she is a type of player that understands her strength coming in to Raleigh and NC State, shooting from outside. Bounce off a couple of hands, and the officials will say it goes to NC State.
Good job by Zoe Brooks, drawing that defense, kicking out to Kaden Samuels. She hits the three, and then here's what I mean, the reaction. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for letting me hit this three. I have had that reaction before.
We were having that conversation earlier at shoot-around. I didn't want to get back into it. I didn't want you to relive that moment. Pierre was quiet in the first half, dishes it out. Zoe Brooks left alone for the three. Came off her hand a bit strange, a bit wide right. More pace we're seeing from the Chanticleers. The Wolfpack have numbers. Finding Zoe Brooks, decides to stop on the baseline and knocks it down. Zoe Brooks with 6 points. The preseason All-ACC team. Coach has really challenged her on both sides, as we mentioned, her being a vet for this team as well. Named to Nancy Lieberman Award preseason watch list as well. Another inside look for Coastal Carolina, and kissing it off the glass, it's good.
Strong move inside by the freshman, Bailey Lauder. Using her size, that was impressive.
10 newcomers to the roster for Coastal Carolina, including 3 freshmen that Coach Pedersen loves what he's been able to bring in. Their aggression, their fearlessness as well.
Zoe's got to take that shot. She created so much separation. Take that mid-range if you're Zoe Brooks.
Samuels off for the three, rebounds her own miss, tried to put it up, no foul called. Gets it back on the floor, jump ball, and it will stay with NC State.
How did she grab that jump ball from the floor, Angel? That means, look, you've got some length. You've got some wingspan. If you can grab a jump ball and tie it up from the floor, look at this. Look at Kaden Samuels. Getting after it.
Found space. Thankfully, the puff saved her head a little bit there. Samuels camped out in the corner. Tried to kick it on the inside. Turns the ball over. The 11th for NC State. Zoe Brooks tried to break that one up, and here
I love the intensity that NC State is playing with on the defensive end. Camille Pierre getting out in the passing lane. That's a 6'2" forward, making it happen defensively up near half court. And Pierre, she only has 4 points in this game, 6 rebounds, but she didn't play much in the first half because of foul trouble. She's been very efficient in this game.
So we do have a stoppage of play. Tracy Houston was called for a foul for Coastal Carolina. That is her third, but we do have the officials joining to get free throw line. Before the break, there was an official break charged as a media. No team was called for a timeout, but they will say the call stands. The foul is on Tracy Houston, and that still is her third.
We talked about this in the open, Angel, how Camille Pierre was such a big get for NC State in the transfer portal from Vanderbilt, one of the best players in the SEC, one of the best players in the country last year. A walking double-double for the Commodores. Such a good rebounder. And NC State needed to fill a void at the 4 spot, left by Madison Hayes, and they found a really good one in Camille Pierre.
Kristen Williams with the bucket on the other side for Coastal Carolina. Camille Pierre, as we mentioned, eclipsed her 1,000-point mark. Being honored at the beginning of the game is Zam Jones, just short on the pull-up. Gets the steal, passes it up. Pierre gets it to fall.
I swear Zam Jones is out here playing cornerback. I mean, she's just reading these passes, intercepting them like it's nothing. That's her 6th assist on the night as well.
And not overthinking, but they may have to think a little longer as Tessa Grady knocks down another triple tonight. 9 points for Tessa Grady. Has been 3 for 8 from outside, all of them coming from long range. We mentioned Coastal Carolina coming off of one of their best seasons in program history. But a new look to this team, a couple of transfers coming in. Coach Pedersen mentioning how important it was to bring in players that can move and shoot like that.
Tessa Grady is lighting it up from beyond the arc. That's her 4th 3 of the evening. You give her a sliver of daylight, she's going to take it.
Off on the 3 on the outside for NC State. Surprised that she didn't let it fly from there. Decides to put it off the deck. Shooting over Zam Jones, and will get 3, possibly the hard way. What an effort by Tessa Grady, outside, inside, all in her bag.
To a pretty close game, 10, 11-point game in the 4th quarter. So this is what Coastal did at Virginia Tech as Tessa Grady hits the free throw, and NC State needs to wake up a little bit here in the second half.
Almost a turnover in the open floor. 12 points in this quarter alone for Tessa Grady, who has put Coastal Carolina on this 9-0 run. Nice take by Samuel. She gets the N1.
That's the kind of response you want to see from your team if you're Westmore. Caden Samuels gets that quick first step on Tracy Houston, the center for Coastal, so she can't stay in front of Caden Samuels. She puts the ball on the floor and gets right to the rim, just takes 2 dribbles and a great finish.
So they're going to say it's on Paige Bradley. I believe you were waiting to see who the foul was called against, and it is on 7 at first. And weren't sure if it was Houston. That would have been her 4th. Less than 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Coastal Carolina outscoring the Wolfpack 18-11 in this quarter. The take and the bucket. How huge has Paige Bradley been for this team?
What a take from Paige Bradley, a 5th-year player. This is her 3rd stop. She's got a lot of experience. The closeout from the true freshman, Kaishi Lunan. And Paige Bradley goes right past her, and a tough finish over Awu.
Her first bucket of the ball game, connects on the 3rd as well. The K-out servant leader. 5th-year guard Paige Bradley knocking it down after stops at TCU and Tulsa, finding a home with Coastal Carolina. Corner 3, Samuels off the mark. Would look like doom and gloom for Coastal Carolina, shooting close to 10% at one point. Now they are up to 31. Wolfpack still a little solid from the field at 43. A turnover there. That's the 13th for NC State. Off the bounce, Tessa Grady tried to get it up, gets her own miss, and that rolls in. Tessa Grady is a one-woman show.
She has been incredible in this third quarter for Coastal.
Outscoring 23-11, Coastal Carolina. Whatever was said by Kevin Pedersen at the break, it is working.
And this is just relentless effort here from Tessa Grady following her own miss. Angel, she has 14 points in the third quarter. She has outscored NC State in this third quarter. The Wolfpack only have 11. And we've been seeing this because Angel and I called the Georgia Tech-Jacksonville game on Sunday. When these players who were highly recruited out of high school, very good players, they go to a Power 4 school, they don't have as much success, and then they go to a school like Coastal. This is a Power 4 player in Tessa Grady. She started at Wisconsin. She's 6'2" and can shoot the ball and can get to the rim. We're seeing a little more parity in women's hoops because if you don't have a lot of success early at a Power 4 school, then you go to somewhere like Coastal where you know you're going to play right away and be given those opportunities.
Yeah, transferred to Coastal Carolina after 2 years at Wisconsin. 25 games that she played while she was there as a freshman. Played only 5 games, though, the following year, which is last year, before taking a leave of absence from the team for personal reasons. Zoe Brooks, a lot of attention coming to her. The dish on the inside, beautiful.
You and I were just talking about this, Angel. Zoe Brooks is a star. Zoe Brooks is one of the better guards in the country. She's got to take over in these situations when NC State needs a bucket, and a great attack from her.
6 points, 6 assists for Zoe Brooks as a quick response on the other side for Coastal Carolina, and a turnover, mismanaging it on the toss-in for NC State. So that will give it back to the Chanticleers.
And this is just a little bit of a lack of focus from Camille Pierre. That time there was no help side at all defensively. I don't know where the help was for NC State. And then just the turnover there where you try to inbound it, you can't get it in. And Wes Moore talking to Camille Pierre on the sideline.
That was something that he brought up at shoot-around as well. Having each other's back on the defensive end, some contact on Zoe Brooks. Looked like it was a clean block up top by Houston. We'll see who it goes against. So Bailey Louder will pick up her foul. That'll be her second. So no player for Coastal Carolina with more than 3 fouls outside of Houston. And Zoe Brooks in and out. Well, these are ACC Network's featured men's basketball matchups. Cameron Boozer and number 5 Duke host Howard University Sunday afternoon at 4 Eastern at Cameron Indoor. Plus 6th ranked Louisville hosts Eastern Michigan Monday night at 7 Eastern. Both are available on the new ESPN app. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third. It's been all Coastal Carolina, outscoring NC State 25-14, making it a single-digit game at one point. We are now at 10 after that made free throw. A lot of contact on the take. Maddie Cox, and some words delivered to Paige Bradley.
Maddie Cox talking with the official here. And Coastal continuing to attack those gaps. That's what they have to do in their spread offense. They weren't having as much success in the first half. Second half, trying to get downhill a little more, knowing they have to get into the paint to make something happen in the half court.
In 3 seasons at TCU, redshirted in 23-24 due to a foot injury. Coach talked about bringing her back after she technically medically redshirted, or retired rather. And now finding her way in a big way with Coastal Carolina as she knocks down the first of the pair. Cuts it to single digits once again. And off on the second. Zoe Brooks assessing. Pressure left alone. Easy money for Mallory Collier.
Coastal trying to cause that chaos, trapping in the half court, but a great job by NC State to handle the pressure.
And what about the poise from Zoe Brooks? Ties it up. And it will stay here at Coastal Carolina's side.
And you beat pressure with the pass, not the dribble. Coastal overcommitting to Maddie Cox, known as a shooter, at least tonight, Angel Gray, as she's been a great shooter from beyond the arc, 3 for 5 tonight. And NC State beating that press with the pass.
Almost a turnover, and yes it is. Zoe Brooks coming up huge for the steal. Can she get the bucket? Yes! With a minute left in the third, and now she's sitting at 9 points. Houston working baseline, up and under, no good. Here comes Zam Jones. NC State ready to pop off here.
That's right, they can go 2 for 1 here. If they go quickly, try to get a bucket, and then get the ball back.
You can see them playing off of Zoe Brooks a bit. The double team coming on the baseline, the kick out. Zam wanted that the entire time, in and out. So last shot can go to Coastal Carolina. Big possession here to close out the quarter. 13 left on the game clock. They decide to go now. Houston underneath, just short on the take. And another tie-up, and it should go the other way, giving it back to NC State.
Back-to-back strong possessions of defense inside from Mallory Collier. Defending Houston without fouling. She did on the previous possession, and a good job there as well.
3.6 left on the game clock. NC State having to go full court. Finding Zoe Brooks. What a pass from Maddie Cox. I do believe that was passing that out of bounds. Any box you need, she has checked it tonight.
Maddie Cox or CJ Bailey, the quarterback for NC State. A great pass, and that's such a heads-up play by NC State to run that play with Zoe Brooks, just going completely away from the defense to the rim.
So Bailey Louder picking up her third foul of the ball game. Only 2 seconds going off the clock. What a pass. Situational basketball, that has Westmore written all over it. The 4-time ACC Coach of the Year, including last year, where they were regular season champs. And 10 points now as Zoe Brooks is in double figures.
A great response from NC State. Coastal still very much in the game, creeping back in, but NC State with a strong finish to the third quarter.
Off the mark on the the second. She puts it up and just misses it. And a rare smile for Zoe Brooks as that quarter comes shift. Led by Zoe Brooks to close out the quarter. That gives them the momentum. They still up 53-39 as Coastal Carolina starts off the quarter with the ball.
What a quarter from the Chanticleers. Only 13 points in the entire first half, 26 in the third quarter. And then how about another 3-ball from Tessa Grady? That gives her 20 on the night. She has willed Coastal back into this game.
She's had back-to-back career-high 23-point games coming into this one, and it's been impressive to see how she's put it together, and they have not found an answer for her.
You have to know where she is at all times. She's feeling it, Angel. We both know that feeling. She's 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. And Kai-Shi Lunan, the young freshman, lost her for a little bit, gave Tessa Grady enough room to get that shot off.
Now Zam Jones denying her over the screen. The backdoor cut, no good, and a turnover for Coastal Carolina. So NC State has Zoe Brooks in double figures, as well as Maddie Cox, who had all of her 11 points in the first half. Different players have been able to step up. Pierre still finding her rhythm offensively, and that's what it comes down to. Kaishi Lunin, I do believe that looks Kyrie-ish.
Kaishi Lunin is a freshman that NC State's very excited about, big-time recruit, and she goes by Kaishi because her dad wanted to model her game after Kyrie.
Paige Bradley knocking down the triple. 7 points for her, and we mentioned how many threes Coastal Carolina coming in with. 9 a game, they're sitting at 6.
And more importantly, they're 5 for 6 from beyond the arc in the second half. That's how you get back into a basketball game. When you can shoot the three, you're never out of it.
Dan Jones off of the mark on that three-point attempt. Just down 11, down as many as 23 in this ball game. Coastal Carolina, the feisty group, gritty, coastal chaos. We've grown accustomed to seeing them in this season and beyond under Coach Patterson's tutelage. The pull-up, too strong, and NC State all over it. Foul in the open court. That's going against Kristen Williams, and that will be her second personal foul. So Kaishi Lunin, I was wondering, okay, so mom's probably at home saying, so Destiny wasn't good enough. That we're gonna just completely drop Destiny?
As a mom now, this does pain me a little bit because obviously mom named this child Destiny, and then her dad said, we're going with Kaishi now. At least that's what we've been told. But I love the nickname because he wanted her to play like Kyrie. She loves Kyrie. And instead of Kyrie, she is Kaishi. 2 big threes from the freshman.
If you like it, I love it, especially putting up back-to-back triples. Lunin coming alive here in the second half. Father also trains her, so he knows very well what his daughter is capable of doing, as there is a look underneath that stays here.
And if you're going to be called Kaishi, you better be able to play. And so far, so good for Kaishi Lunin. These 2 threes in this fourth quarter have been massive for NC State as Coastal has made their run.
Out front, Zam Jones. Beautiful passing. Westmore has to be thrilled. How his team has shared the ball tonight.
And a really good response from NC State as Coastal was able to make some threes, get back in it. They're still hanging around, Angel. Coastal is not going anywhere. This team has a lot of fight. We saw that in the Virginia Tech game a couple days ago.
Coach Patterson telling us before the game that was a match that we, yes, lost to Virginia Tech, but we always feel like if we can knock down shots like Zam Jones does there, though, we're in it. But that's a huge one. The energy she brings off of a made bucket is important. We did have a stoppage of play on the sideline. Not sure if the officials were looking at something from the NC State bench.
And Westmore said Zam Jones is at her best when she can set her feet and get ready to shoot that three from a set position. Great pass from Zoe Brooks, and NC State starting to shoot the 3 ball a lot better here in the second half.
Tie up at the top of the key with Zam Jones. That will be a foul, and that'll be her second. Zam Jones, the number 17 prospect in the 2024 class. NC State's second straight top 10 incoming recruiting class as well. She has been highly decorated, and what Coach Moore believes is ready for this stage.
And she's a North Carolina kid from Greenville, North Carolina. Westmore wants to keep the best in-state kids home at NC State. Sanaya Rivers was also from North Carolina, of course, went to South Carolina out of high school, but that's important to Coach Moore and this staff.
And easy for in-state, big-time names to come to NC State when they have been so productive and so good in the last few years. A very cultured program, as that second chance opportunity is good for Kinsey Grimes. She has now 6 points.
I like this Coastal team, Angel. They're picked 6th in the Sun Belt, coming off their second best season in school history. They've moved up from the Big South to the Sun Belt, which is a big jump for any program, but Kevin Pedersen has this team playing with a lot of grit.
Previous play of out of bounds has been appealed by Coastal's coach. That play is currently under review. We have immediate timeout.
So we do have an appeal. Well, before the break, Coastal Carolina called an appeal, coach's appeal on this play here. Zoe Brooks taking it off the deck. They were trying to figure out if it was first NC State's ball. But they are now saying that is going to Coastal Carolina. So, yes, Coach Pedersen wins
The out-of-bounds call was appealed by Coastal Carolina. That play has been reversed.
Coming into
it will
the
be
season.
Coastal Carolina's ball.
This
30
is what it
seconds on the
looks
shot
like.
clock.
Great job by Kevin Pedersen and his staff to appeal that. One of his coaches or he himself saw something there that it wasn't off of Coastal, it was off of NC State. And so now coaches can do this. The only way the officials can review an out-of-bounds violation is through a coach's appeal. That was instated this year to help speed things up at the end of the game, so you're not reviewing everything. But there is no negative side for a coach if they're right, which Coastal was right in that situation, so they don't lose a timeout, and they got the ball back because they won the appeal.
Not only that, they gained 2 points from it as well. 13-point game. Coastal Carolina has been right there, knocking at the door, made it single digits in the third. Tessa Grady has had a great showing here at Reynolds Coliseum. She has 20 points, 5 for 10 from outside, as the three is off the mark for Kai Shi. Second chance opportunity, Zam Jones turns down the three, gets to the rim, just short on the roll-in. Zam close to a steal there, up the floor, and a hand got on it for Zoe Brooks. It will stay with DeShonta Clears. 22 left on the shot clock. Just under 5 here in the fourth left. The steal, Houston couldn't connect, but what a great steal underneath. ISO basketball.
Great seal from Houston. That's impressive to be able to do that on Camille Pierre. And if she had finished that, it would have started feeling a little different in this gym.
That would have been back-to-back buckets for her as well. How about the denial for Kinsey Grimes? And off the leg of Devin Quigley, giving it back to Coastal Carolina, and a substitution of Bailey Louder coming in. 17 turnovers for Westmore and the Wolfpack. Coastal Carolina has only given up 14 points off of those turnovers. On the other side, though, 21 turnovers for Coastal Carolina, where NC State has scored 28 points. That's a category where coach wants them to play fast, reward themselves in the open floor, and we've seen that so far from NC State. Backdoor and finish. Put us on repeat, Tessa Grady.
Beautiful basketball from Coastal. Tessa Grady setting up that backdoor cut perfectly, and a great pass from Williams. And again, put us on repeat. Coastal continuing to hang around. If they truly want to get back in this game and cut to single digits, they're going to have to get some stops.
Tessa Grady just one shy of her career high. And of course, Zoe Brooks with the three-ball response.
Every time Coastal grabs a little momentum, it feels like NC State hits a big shot.
13 points, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds for Zoe Brooks, the vet, who is putting a lot on her shoulders. No seniors on this roster. The first time here at NC State for the women's program, and for Wes Moore having to lean on his junior.
NC State has a very storied history in women's hoops, and they've never had a team without seniors. This is the first team without a senior, and so Zoe Brooks, a junior, Maddie Cox, a junior. These are players. Camille Pierre, of course, a transfer, but also a junior. These players have to step up from a leadership perspective.
Tracy Houston picking up her 4th foul. Something to keep your eye on. And the aggression as she closes out the game, tried to stop Zoe Brooks at the rim. The kick out. Short. The crowd thought it went in at the top. Wrong angle. Kai Shi sends it to the corner. Cox has been quiet and remains it. All 11 points for Cox in the first half, and a foul will actually be assessed against Paige Bradley. That is her second.
And you could tell Maddie Cox had been sitting on the bench for a while. That was a classic. I've been sitting, I'm a little cold, and that three was short.
Been able to pick apart when she needs to go in the second half. We've seen her really apply more pressure offensively. Turnover underneath, though, for NC State. Plenty of time left in this ball game with the amount of shooting we've seen from Coastal Carolina. This is a lead that is not safe for the Wolfpack. Off on the mark for that one. Maddie Cox said, I do not want to shoot that one this time. And less than 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. NC State looking to bounce back after dropping a game here at home. Their first, breaking a 24-game home streak. Not losing a game here at Reynolds Coliseum last year. And the response was going to be huge as Kai Shi turns the ball over on the tape. So Mallory Collier checks in the ball game for Camille Pierre. Off the leg and a 20-second reset for Coastal.
And like I've said for Coastal, Angel, you're never out of it when you can shoot the three like they can, but they've got to go quickly. They're running out of time.
Like that. It's almost like she doesn't have any fouls. The aggression we see from Houston throughout this ball game, she is a beast.
About a trip to Cancun coming up for the Wolfpack.
I'd pack my bags in a quick Houston with a look at it and short. Officials are pointing at two different things.
That was
it might be a violation. Yep. Here's the upcoming schedule for NC State. We mentioned them heading out to Cancun. As Westmore is never pleased.
I hope Wes can enjoy some sunshine in Cancun next week. Let his hair down a little bit.
just a tad. So another look for Houston because of the violation, and she knocks it down. Just an 11-point game, Kelly.
And even with how tight this game is, Westmore has two freshmen in the game, and Kai-Shi Lunan and Adelaide Jernigan.
Deep seal, Collier underneath, no. Houston with the rebound.
You got to know where you are under the basket if you're Collier. That would have been a much better angle for her if she reversed it.
That would have been a huge three to go down for Paige Bradley. Under the 2-minute mark here in the fourth. Zoe Brooks controlling the game for the Pack. Kai-Shi, one too many steps, and that's where she'll grow.
That's the second travel that they've called on Kai-Shi Lunan in the last couple of minutes, right in front of the official. Too quick with the first step. And Westmore brings Kaden Samuels back into the game.
20 turnovers for NC State tonight. Coastal Carolina outscoring NC State 26-19 in the third quarter. They're outscoring them in the fourth quarter. They are still down double digits after a very poor shooting performance in the first half. And that's off the mark from outside. Kristen Williams could knock it down, and the entire bench feels like it stays with Coastal Carolina, and it does. Lorena Awu will check back in, the 6'5" sophomore. And Jernigan will take a seat along with Collier.
When NC State watches this film tomorrow, I think one of the points of emphasis for Westmore is going to be those turnovers. This is a season high for turnovers tonight for NC State.
And we mentioned it just a game ago against TCU, only having 9 turnovers.
And some of that's Coastal, right? That's what they want to do. They want to speed it up. They want to press you, but a lot of these are self-inflicted. And a big bucket there from Zam Jones.
Fearless Always calling her own number.
What a stat line for Zan.
Yeah, absolutely. 11 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and a quick bucket on the other side. As we're under a minute to play in an 11-point game. But there are 2 fouls from Coastal Carolina away from getting there, and the first one will be assessed. Samuels hits the deck. We await who the foul is on. Looks like Kristen Williams will be charged with the foul. That'll be her 3rd. .8 on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock. NC State getting it on the side, and situational basketball is where Westmore thrives. Getting it to Zam Jones, who is fouled again. And we should be coming to the free throw line now as they're in the bonus. We do have a player, I believe, Tracy Houston now checking in. Bailey Louder picking up her 4th, and a substitution for her. She takes a seat. Zam Jones, 11 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds, stepping up to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
2 shots.
No timeouts left for Coastal Carolina, so a brief conversation on the sideline with Coach Pedersen and Tessa Grady, along with Kristen Williams. Taking advantage of that for sure. And taking advantage of the official being on the sideline. Zam Jones knocks down the free throws, and here comes Kristen Williams. Thought about the 3, steps back for more real estate, too strong. Samuels rips down the rebound. They wanted to travel, nothing there. Do they foul? And it doesn't seem like they will. They will get the ball back with about 6 or 7 seconds left if they want to call it out for the ball game.
And a really good showing overall from Coastal Carolina. Showed a lot of fight. This is a team with really good size. They can shoot the 3. I like how they share the basketball. Tessa Grady coming into her own. Excited to see what Coastal Carolina can do in their league this season.
Was picked to finish 6th in the Sun Belt in the conference's preseason poll, their highest position in the poll since 2020. New look roster, all of them are very aggressive, and that block gives it back to NC State, which will give them the victory. Time ticks, and NC State avenges their last home loss against TCU and moves on to 3-2 on the season.
Much better offensive showing.